And we're back on the blue couches with Saxon Doherty from PennDOT, a safety press officer. Saxon, welcome back to the blue couches.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, we're talking Halloween safety. So many people out and about on the night of October 31st, and we want to keep everybody safe.
Absolutely. So even leading up to Halloween, different communities have different times for trick-or-treating activities, and you know there's going to be an increased presence of little ones and adults out on the sidewalks and the side of the road. So we're just trying to remind people there's responsibility for both drivers and pedestrians to keep each other safe.
I know. I'm always so nervous if I'm on the streets when kids are trick-or-treating because you just don't know. They're so excited and they're not watching. They're darting from house to house.
Buzzed up on sugar.
Absolutely. It's a chore for the adults, but they need to just make sure that they're staying at crosswalks as they cross and looking both ways. But also don't wear dark colored clothing. I know a lot of costumes, they want to be spooky and they want to look in dark colors, but that's not visible to motorists. So one thing they can do is just simply add some reflective tape and carry some flashlights around with them if it's low light conditions. That'll make it very easy for a motorist to spot them. But then on the motorist side, you got to be ready for them to pop out from behind a car. They're not always going to be right at a crosswalk. So some of the crashes that we see sometimes are just mid-block, and we want to avoid that at all costs. So just know when trick-or-treating is happening in your community as a motorist, and then just be on alert at all times.
Yeah, and I like how you said it might not necessarily be Thanksgiving or Halloween night.
Not there yet.
I'm ahead. I'm already planning my tablescape for Thanksgiving. Anyway, yeah, but you know, it could be the Saturday before, it could be the Saturday after. Different communities do it at different times, some during the day, some at night. So really, just through the whole season, you kind of need to be aware.
Yeah, I mean, and even if you're not going to go trick-or-treating, but you're going to go to a party, there's also things you need to do to be safe, which is if you're going to have anything to drink, or if you have any drugs or prescription medications you'd be on from your doctor, you can't be behind the wheel. It's simple as that. And impairment can also lead to crashes involving pedestrians. So there's a ripple effect there, and every single person has their own responsibility when they're out celebrating for Halloween. And motorists, to eliminate those distractions, I mean, we say it on repeat, but we continue to see crashes where people are either looking at their phone, maybe changing the music, trying to eat, or even do makeup. I mean, there's a laundry list of different things that people try to do while driving, but driving requires your attention 100% of the time. So put those phones down, keep your eyes in front of you. We don't want to lose anybody due to an avoidable crash.
Yeah, especially on what's supposed to be such a fun, celebratory night. I like that. Designate a sober driver if you are going out there. And of course, we've become so accustomed to Ubers and Lyft, and they're there to use on nights.
It's never
like
been
this.
an easier time in history to get a ride home if you're not sure. Just call a friend, call a family member. They'd much rather get a call to say, hey, can you come pick me up, than to get a call that you might not be with us anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. So. And I love the snap necklaces and bracelets that you can put on your kids. They like them.
Too.
They love them too, and that's a nice way too, you know, to make them reflect and glow.
Anything to keep them in the mindset of safety, because that should be priority number one. And I know a lot of kids like to wear masks. It's part of the costume, but at times that can impair your peripheral vision. So maybe just do some face paint. Or have them take the mask off before they try to cross the road, just to give them full view.
And it's also important to try on the costumes. Sometimes they're too long, or the kids could be tripping over them. You know, you want to make sure that they're going to be wanting to run from house to house. So make sure they're safe in that costume. And you have lots of other safety tips on PennDOT.pa.gov as we ramp up to the big holiday coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Saxon. It's nice to see you.